Hello, boys and girls. You know what time it is, don't you? Well, let me take this down so you can hear me. It's story time. Whether you're watching in the morning, the afternoon, or the night, whenever you're watching this, it's story time. So let's get our good friend Panda Bear out of his box. You know he doesn't like to wake up because we do this recording in the morning, and so he has to get up. Come on, Panda. Oh, he's grumpy today. I know. I know, Panda. He said he can't see any boys and girls. Well, Panda, you know why. How long have I been telling you this? Well, he knows, but he just keeps hoping every story time it'll be different. Well, we all do. All right, he wants to try his binoculars today. All right. Well, what? He said, at least he sees Miss Shannon. Hi, Miss Shannon.
Hello.
Because, you know, Miss Shannon is taping us so you can all see this. So she'd all say a big thank you to Miss Shannon. Thank you, Miss Shannon. Okay, so today we're having some stories and talking about Earth Day. Now, Earth Day is when we think about things we can do to protect the earth. But first, we're going to welcome you. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here. We'll have some fun. First, we'll clap our hands. You can clap, Panda. Clap our hands just so. And then we will stretch and touch our toes. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here. We'll have some fun. All right. And let's do our song. Yeah, Panda wants you to know he doesn't have fingers, he has paws, so he can't do the finger motions like you do. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, Thumpkin? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, Pointer? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Middle Finger? Where is Middle Finger? Here I am, here I am. Well, how are you today, Middle Finger? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Ring Finger? Where is Ring Finger? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, Ring Finger? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, Pinky? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. And where are the girls? Where are the girls? There you are. There you are. Stand up, girls. How are you today, girls? We know you are unbelievably wonderful. And we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Where are the boys? Where are the boys? There you are. There you are. Stand up, boys. How are you today, boys? Excited about story time? Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Panda is reminding me that he really likes to say the names of the boys and girls, but we don't know who's watching right now, so that's why we are doing it this way, Panda, and you know that because I've told you about 500 times. Okay, so this week we're going to have stories about Earth Day. And Earth Day is a time for us to think about how we can protect the earth and take care of the earth so the earth will take care of us. So this is called The Earth Book by Todd Parr. I take care of the earth because I know I can do little things every day to make a big difference. I use both sides of the paper and bring my own bags to the market because I love the trees and I want the owls to have a place to live. And I turn off the faucet while I brush my teeth and use less water for my baths because I love the fish and I want the oceans to stay blue. And I take the school bus and ride my bike because I love the stars and I want the air to be clear so I can see them sparkle. I try to eat every bite on my plate and save my leftovers because I love watching things grow and I want there to be enough food for everyone. I remember to turn off the lights and shut the refrigerator to save energy because I love the polar bears and I want the snowmen to stay cool too. Oh, I throw garbage in the trash can and recycle glass, aluminum, paper, and plastic because I love to walk barefoot in the grass and I don't want to move to Mars. Most of all, I help take care of the earth because I want us all to be happy and healthy. Every one of us can help protect the earth and make it feel good. Remember, if we take care of it, it will take care of us. Love, Todd. Open here for your own Go Green poster. Well, this book has a poster about things to help the earth, like turn off lights, recycle, save leftovers, be nice to worms, share a book, plant a tree, use both sides of the paper, save water, clean up trash, and try to stay. Well, this is kind of a silly one. He says he puts his underwear in the freezer when it's hot. Well, I guess so they'll be cool and he doesn't have to use a fan. I think that one is pretty silly though. So, Happy Earth Day. And three words we use are reduce. That means he showed us how we can use less. Reuse, both sides of the paper. And recycle. So, here is another book. This one is about cleaning up the pond and taking care of the water. And it is one of our favorite characters, Llama Llama, by Anna Dewdney. And Llama Llama says, let's clean up the pond. That's interesting. Llama Llama is excited. The biggest event of the year, the boat float, is happening tomorrow night. During the annual fall festival, everyone in town builds little boats and they put candles in them and float them on the pond. Even Mama Llama used to go when she was little. It was magical, she says. So, Nellie, Luna, and Euclid come over later to make boats with Llama Llama. They start by drawing their boats. Then they work together to build them. I can't wait to see our boats floating in the pond tomorrow, says Llama. And Euclid thinks they should make sure their boats will float first before the big event. So the friends head to the pond. There they see Officer Flamingo and Zelda Zebra, who give them some bad news. The boat float can't happen tomorrow because the pond is too polluted. But we worked so hard on our boat, says Euclid. The friends are shocked, and they don't know how the pond could have gotten so dirty. Well, everyone loves spending time in the park, says Mama Llama. But sometimes trash gets dropped accidentally, and it can wind up in the water. Llama Llama and his friends are very disappointed. But back home, Llama Llama has an idea. Well, the pond isn't the only place we can have fun floating our boats, he says. Maybe neighbor Eleanor Elephant has a pool. Maybe she'll let us use it. Well, later that day, Llama Llama and his friends go to Eleanor Elephant's house. She's happy to let them use her pool, but her pool is dirty too. And so she starts to clean it with a net. Llama Llama and his friends want to help. As the friends get to work, Eleanor tells them that pools need to be cleaned once in a while. Oh, Llama Llama has an idea. If we can clean the pool, maybe we can clean the pond, he says. Then we can have the boat float, says Nellie. Llama Llama asks Llama Llama if it would be okay, and of course she says yes. Well, after getting a call from Mama Llama, Officer Flamingo and Zelda Zebra arrive at Eleanor's house. With Mama's permission, the friends tell Officer Flamingo and Zelda Zebra their plan. They like it too. Officer Flamingo explains that cleaning the pond is a big job. So the friends decide to ask the rest of the town for help. Llama Llama and his friends spread the word about the pond cleanup, and many people arrive to help. Officer Flamingo helps Llama Llama give everyone instructions. He explains that they'll need to use nets to get all the yucky stuff out of the pond. Then they'll have to put the trash in garbage bags and recyclable items in recycling bins. Let's clean our pond, says Llama Llama. So the entire group divides cleanup duties so that everyone has a chance to help out. Some of Llama's friends pick up garbage, others sort recycling. They all get to work. Thanks for helping out, Llama Llama tells Gilroy. Sure thing, says Gilroy. The pond is almost clean, except for a few spots in the middle that are hard to reach. But luckily, Grandpa Llama has a boat. He rows Llama and Nellie to the middle of the pond, and they clean up every last bit of gunk. Soon, everyone is done. The pond is clean, but it's getting late, and Llama and his friends don't know if they finish the job in time for the boat float. But even if the event is still canceled, they're all proud of the group effort. Officer Flamingo and Zelda Zebra thank everyone for their hard work. Then they share some exciting news. The boat float is back on! The pond is the cleanest it's been in a long time, says Officer Flamingo. Great job. You saved the boat float, Mama tells Llama Llama. It couldn't have happened without everyone's help, he said. We turned a mess into a success. Well, that evening, everyone brings their boats to the pond for the big event. They light their candles and launch their boats, and all the boats float. They're going pretty fast, says Nellie. I love how mine glows, said Luna. After the boat float ends, Mama Llama says, I am so proud of you kids. You had a big idea and you made it happen. You did turn a mess into a success. Thanks, Llama says. I wonder what else we could clean up. Downtown or the woods? My little environmentalist, Mama Llama says, patting Llama on the head. Okay, that was fun to see how Llama had a big idea that he made happen. So now we're going to go over to our board and have a little, well, it's not exactly a poem, but you'll see. Now, like I said, there's Happy Earth and Sad Earth. So I have these little cards that ask you, if you do this, will it make the earth happy or sad? What if you pick up litter? Will that make the earth happy or sad? Well, Panda's going to have to help me because you're not here. And Panda's pointing to happy. Picking up litter makes the earth happy. Well, what about bringing trash to a landfill? Look at all that garbage. Does that make the earth happy or sad? What do you think, Panda? Sad. What about littering? Look at that. There's a garbage can, but there's garbage all around it, not in it. Littering and not recycling. Would that make the earth happy or sad? What do you think, Panda? No, Panda. You are right. I'm sorry, Panda. You were right. Littering makes the earth very unhappy. What about, let's pick a different one. Let's see. What about riding a bicycle? That's right, Panda, because you're not polluting the air with fumes. And it's also healthy for you. What about planting trees? Yep, makes the earth happy. But what about exhaust from cars? What do you think, Panda? Yep. It kind of makes the earth sad because that pollutes the air. What about recycling? Oh, yeah, that makes the earth happy because look there, there's garbage all around, but here the boys and girls are putting glass and plastic and paper into the recycling bins. What about turning off lights? Happy, because that saves energy. What about reusing bags? Remember, reduce, reuse, recycle. So when you use your bag again, that makes the earth happy. Uh-oh, what about an oil spill? Oh, I know, it makes Panda sad too. That makes all of us sad. And sometimes the oil even goes into our rivers and lakes and oceans. What about, oh, the factory smoke? That is really sending a lot of pollution into the air. That makes the earth sad. Oh, and what about dumping stuff into the water? Well, you saw how Llama Llama and his friends had to clean up the pond. That makes the earth sad. So we need to really be thinking about how we can help take care of the earth. And Panda's trying to smile, but it's hard for him to make his mouth do the right thing. But, you know, he wants you to know he's very proud of how hard you try. Okay, I think we have time for one more quick story. All right, our last book is Peppa Pig and the Earth Day Adventure. It's Earth Day, and Peppa Pig and her family are ready to celebrate with a visit to the botanical gardens. Well, we have botanical gardens in St. Louis, boys and girls. But before they go, Peppa and George sort the recycling. Newspapers go in the red bin, cans go in the blue bin, and bottles go in the green bin. Vegetable scraps and eggshells go in the compost bin, says Peppa. Grandpa Pig will use the compost in his garden. Ew, says George. But it helps the soil. It's time to go, and Daddy Pig has a surprise. An electric car? Well, I don't know about that, but this car runs on batteries instead of gas. That helps the air stay clean. And they even gave their car a name. It's called Roger. This car can drive itself, says Daddy Pig. Peppa and George look out the window on the way to the botanical gardens. Look, says Peppa, a windmill. Ooh, says George. Mr. Bull built a windmill near my school, says Peppa. The wind turns the blades and they make electricity. Whoosh, says George. At the botanical gardens, Peppa and her family meet Miss Rabbit. There she is. Welcome, she says. Would you like to see the wildflower garden? Yes, please, says Peppa. Look at all the bees, says Mommy Pig. The bees and flowers help each other, Miss Rabbit tells them. The bees take pollen from one flower and move it to another one. That helps the flower make seeds which grow into new flowers. And the bees take some of the nectar back to the hive and use it to make honey, Miss Rabbit says. Well, Peppa likes honey and George likes honey too. So we have to have the bees if we want to have honey. Peppa and her family visit the room with the cacti and palm trees. Peppa sees a new plant. What is that, she asks. That's a Venus flytrap, Miss Rabbit says. It eats flies. Well, Peppa and George watch while the plant eats a fly. Wow, says Peppa. Chomp, says George. The next room is very wet. This is the rainforest garden, says Miss Rabbit. These plants need a lot of water. Miss Rabbit flips a switch and turns on the rain. Wow! Next they head outside to the children's garden where they find something really special, a muddy puddle. Peppa's friends are visiting the botanical gardens today too. Hello, Susie Sheep. Hello, Pedro Pony. Hello, Mandy Mouse, she says. On the way home, Daddy has a rest while Roger drives the car. Remember, Roger is the name of the car. It's like magic, says Peppa. But police officers, Panda, oh, look at that Panda, a police officer Panda, and Squirrel stop Daddy Pig's car because Daddy Pig doesn't have his hands on the wheel. But it's okay, Roger is driving. Roger actually has a driver's license that he shows to the officer. Wow. It's dark when the family returns home. It's been a great Earth Day. Will you be all right out here, Roger? Asks Peppa. Oh, yes, says Roger. Good night, Peppa. And good night, Roger, says Peppa. Happy Earth Day. All right, boys and girls, happy Earth Day to you. And I have never seen an electric car that drives itself. Have you, Panda? So, if you see one, let us know. Bye. See you next week.